Horses have been with us for thousands of years. Apart from using them for work, transport, and war, we have also been including them into various interesting and unique sports. Let us look into the five most popular horse sports in the world and how they are played. The global horse racing market is worth $127 billion in 2025 and is expected to grow to $182 billion by 2030. And this is just the horse racing market. So, what are the top five most popular horse sports in the world and how big are they? Let us see them now. Number five, tent pegging. Tent pegging is an ancient game played with sharp weapons on horsebacks. This is also called as equestrian skill at arms. This game is one of the 10 recognized sports by the International Equestrian Federation. Like most of the modern horse sports, tent pegging is also said to have originated as part of the cavalry training exercises. This game is said to have originated in the Indian subcontinent. See, cavalry units had to speed up against the elephant troops and pierce the sensitive part of the flesh behind its toenails, which will cause the elephant to lose its mind and run into its own army troops and destroy them. Today, the sport is recognized worldwide and has many variations and governing bodies in many countries. The rider is given a lance or a spear. Then there is a single or multiple ground targets, which are usually small tent pegs, and the riders going at full speed are expected to pick up those targets with the tip of their weapon. There is also a minimum time within which the rider is expected to cross the finish line. This is an interesting sport and has been included in the Olympics since 1982. Number 4, endurance riding. Endurance riding is a sport where the horse and the riders have to cover very long distances in a controlled manner. Usually, these distances vary depending on each event. For one-day events, these distances can range between 30 to even 160 kilometers. This sport is very similar to a human marathon race. It is known that the Arabian horses dominate this sport, even though any breed is allowed to compete. See, the horses will have mandatory veterinary checks before and in between the race to ensure that it is capable to participate further. Usually, the horse that crosses the finish line first is announced the winner. But in these kind of 100-mile races, the participants consider finishing the whole distance itself as a victory for the horses. This sport is also recognized by the International Equestrian Federation. Number 3, polo. Polo means ball in the Balti language talked by the Tibetans in the Leh Ladakh part of India. Polo was played since the last 2000 years and it originated in Persia, which is today's Iran. It was initially used as a cavalry training exercise for the royals and the soldiers, which later became a popular spectator sport. From Persia, it gradually spread along the Silk Route to China and India. Famously, one of the Delhi Sultanate rulers, Qutbuddin Aibak, died while playing polo when he fell off the horse, but his legs got caught in the stirrups. A European polo club was established in India as early as 1859 in Assam by the British tea planters after they learned the sport from the Manipuri people. Polo is played by two teams with 4 people on each team, and their goal is to hit the polo ball into the other team's goalpost. This game is usually played for an hour with breaks in between. The polo players use a long mallet, which is similar to a bat, to hit the ball on the ground while sitting and moving on their horse. There is also an indoor version of the game which is played by 3 players on each side. This game has reached everywhere from the US to Argentina, and today Argentina is called the capital of polo. In 2016, India launched the World Championship Polo League in Jaipur, which is similar to the 2020 format in cricket, and the first event happened in Bhavnagar, Gujarat. Number 2, eventing. See, eventing is not a single sport, but a combination of 3 famous horse sports, the dressage, cross country, and the show jumping. It is considered as the triathlon of horse sports. It is either a one-day event or a 3-day event. It is also called as combined training. This sport tests a horse and the rider on various types of skills with each sport, and the best all-rounded horse and the rider is the winner. The event begins with dressage. Dressage is a sport that focuses on elegance, grace, balance, rhythm, and the coordination between the horse and the rider. It takes place in an enclosed arena. The competition is to show that a horse with great strength and stamina, capable of running a cross country, is also capable to be gentle, supple, and graceful. The horse and the rider are judged based on movements like the counter canter, half pass trot, collected and extended gaits, and the seamless transition between these movements. Cross country comes next. It is an interesting sport which happens over 2 to 4 miles with 20 to 40 obstacles between them that are inspired by natural barriers in real life like wooden logs, stone walls, and bushes. This sport demands excellent physical stamina between both the rider and the horse. The rider is expected to finish the track within a given time or face penalties. So speed is also an important factor here. Then comes the last event, which is show jumping. This event tests the athleticism and the obedience of the horse primarily. This event takes place in a closed arena with around 20 obstacles or less. The obstacles here are mostly poles like how we do in the high jump, and they can be easily knocked down unlike in the cross country. The rider with the least penalty points or with the most successful jumps without knocking down the obstacles and crossing the finish line soon is the winner. Number 1, horse racing. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry and is the most popular and the richest equestrian sport of all. This sport typically determines which is the fastest horse by allowing them to compete in a track over a particular distance, and whichever horse crosses the finish line first is the winner. It is usually ridden by riders called jockeys. There are many allied industries serving the horse racing industry, like the gambling, betting, and the horse breeding programs. So there are many associations worldwide, and this sport is usually restricted to only one breed, which are the thoroughbreds. There are other racing sports called the jump racing or harness racing, where the horses have to jump across obstacles or run with buggy carts behind them. But the flat racing, which means simply means the running across the oval track, is the most popular race. So these are the most popular horse sports around the world. And if you feel like adding any other horse sport to the list, feel free to have a discussion in the comments. There is a whole new set of horse sports in the Western discipline or the cowboy sports as we call it, but that is for another video. See you soon.